Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for hopefully a very exciting Game 3. Kenos once again with Trufflesaurus. What's going to happen in this Game 3, Truffle? I don't even know.
Some people are going to kill each other, farm CS, take neutral objectives, and eventually one of them is one set of five is going to win. But what I can tell you for sure is that I'm absolutely looking forward to this third game.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we actually have a sub in here. Maybe a couple. Trying to run through here. We've got Prowler switching in for the top
mixed
lane.
lane. For top lane, okay. It was very interesting to watch J-Dog's performance in this game. I would say that his game 2 is definitely much better than this game 1, although that could be a matchup or whatever.
So Prowler is, I'm assuming now, the top lane filling in for J-Dog, and J-Dog has moved over to Bruce City to replace Relexus.
Oh, I see. So it's a bit of a balance shuffle in addition to a sub for Relexus for Prowler. Oh, I see what's going on. That's not going to confuse me at all in the middle of the game. But, okay, looks like Akali and Xerath, they absolutely did not want to deal with that Xerath again from Ace, even though they were able to overcome it. Don't want to have to put in that much effort against that particular champion again. Kenos, what would you change if you were on current Bruce City Brawlers side here? I guess there was a bit of a roster shuffle too, but how would you adjust your team comp, or what would you change?
I mean, better objective control, obviously. It's hard to do with the Lux there, but if you apply some of that, I would say if you apply some of that aggressive poking to try to keep the Lux on her toes and not willing to stand still to cast out her laser and other spells, you might do a better job with it. Better vision also, which I know we had that discussion about the Yuumi. So, I mean, better vision. Try not to lose as many objectives.
Yeah, and the thing about vision is it tends to tie into that objective control, right? And objective control not only means making sure that your opponent isn't taking it, but also securing it for yourself from those kind of steals. If Lux is able to sit in the fog of war in the back and see the objective go down and time out her steals, then you could potentially have problems. In last game they did.
Mordekaiser, that's a very interesting first pick. I was thinking that they just give J-Dog set again.
Yeah, Mordekaiser can go mid though, although I don't attribute Ace. I don't think that Ace is known for his Mordekaiser play. Do you want to point out the Blitzcrank? Oh, a Nasus! Oh my goodness, we're into a fun match already. Jhin, I always love to watch a Jhin. Do you want to point out the Blitzcrank ban? Been a while since I've seen him. I wonder if it's targeted against someone. But
it must be targeted against Token, I would imagine.
You would think, but I'd be worried about his Lux at this point,
Right.
Or Vel'Koz.
Well, it's a question of what is worse. Like, what do you ban against Ace, right? You either spend 5 bans or you do something else.
Or you take away the other one. Yeah, that's fair.
So
another Ezreal coming through. Caitlyn ban did come through. His Ezreal has been on point, although it does do a lot of late game damage, but I don't think it has like absolute shred like sometimes you need against these tankier teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, Nasus.
The Yuumi is still available, but it looks as though Icy Flip might steal the Lux. Not a bad idea.
That is solid. Okay, so we've got a couple of bans going that way, right? And then also the pick away. I like that strategy, that pick ban strategy coming out of Bruce City Brawlers.
Ooh, Great Beard Voten is going to get the LeBlanc, which was banned in the first 2 games, though. Assuming this is a lock-in.
I am interested. I don't know. I don't know if Ace or Bruce City Brawler as a whole have a plan for this, but I don't know that I think I think I'd rather have a LeBlanc ban over the Blitzcrank ban.
I'm expecting the last ban here is going to be Vigar for Cowbell, because they've banned him in the last 2 games.
They have, but LeBlanc isn't that bad into Vigar. The forward part of LeBlanc's dash will get caught by the cage, but the back half, the return portion is a blink, so you can actually get away there. Yeah, the Sejuani ban comes through.
Not bad. Not bad. Psychosaurus was doing very well with that. And a Zac ban as well. Alright.
Interesting. I'm wondering what Slack is going to default to. In my mind, Zac and Sejuani are some of the premium tank, or premier, so I should say, tank junglers out there, although I know there are plenty of other options. So I'm wondering if he's going to go with another tank, or perhaps he has a different style that he'd like to go for.
Do you see the Vi?
No, this is the second time Vi's made an appearance. Is this the first time for Cowbell? On the Cowbell players have taken this?
Yes. Yeah, the first time it was Lycosaurus, I'm pretty sure. A lot of shuffling through possible junglers here. I'm expecting Ace to go Cho'Gath if they don't pick up a more durable jungler. A Mumu would be nice. Yeah, it goes with the Kayn. I don't know if I
a red Kayn is a happy compromise on the tank front.
Yeah, I'd prefer the Mumu, I think.
Just compositionally, yes, but that is only if they go for the same style of play, the front to back play. At this point, they're not locked into it, although if Ace picks the Veigar, they definitely are. Same with Anivia, but look at that. They let the Anivia through, and Ace gotta pick it.
Well, with this team, I don't think the Anivia is going to be enough. I'm not looking how this team looks at all. But we'll see
on the Brew City Brawler side, yeah, I would definitely rather be in Cowbell's shoes here, and they haven't even locked in their 5th champion. They have a potential here to. Oh, look at that! Is that a Veigar support?
It must be. It's token. Yep.
So Anivia, I think, is fine into LeBlanc because you're not going to kill LeBlanc really unless you get a lucky catch, but. Also, you've got Egg for safety into LeBlanc, so there's definitely worse matchups out there. J-Dog on Mordekaiser is definitely something I'm going to want to watch into into Prowler's Nasus, which once it gets going, I think will be quite scary to see. Jen staying nice far and back, able to stay involved at any range essentially.
Yeah, I really don't care for Brew City's team at all. I mean, there isn't. Unless Nasus does nothing but tank, obviously there isn't that much tank on Cowbell either. But
Vi half counts, Nasus sort of counts. There's definitely more tank on Cowbell, which I think is the point you're trying to make before I so rudely interrupted.
Right, and I mean on top of that, when I look at Brew City, I see a number of champions who don't go anywhere if they're shut down. Like, I mean, what are Mordekaiser and Kayn going to do if they get stepped on? Nothing.
A tanky Kayn doesn't need to be ahead, at least. Whether or not that's the direction he takes this Kayn is another question. And you're right. Like a Kayn that's ahead or even is definitely more of a valuable asset to your team. But even a red Kayn with an item or two isn't the worst thing to have.
And I mean, obviously, Nasus can get shut. Nasus and Veigar both can also get shut down. Pretty hard.
Yeah, they do have infinite scaling, both of them. So the onus is definitely on Brew City Brawler to end this game before the 30, 35, 40 minute mark. Right. Depending on how the game goes.
And I mean, I don't think they can end it that quickly. I mean, unless Kayn and Lux Ezreal just goes absolutely insane, I don't see them able to end this game before Nasus and Veigar get online, unless Kayn feasts on both of them while he's farming.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like anyone on Cowbell's side is particularly exposed. Sure, Veigar and Jhin are immobile, and probably what I would choose to gank if I was Brew City Brawler. But that's not... they can play safe if they want to. They've got the range to sit back and to just farm it out and stay safe.
Yeah.
One thing going for Brew City Brawler, not to be entirely negative, is that the Mordekaiser ult can remove whoever happens to be ahead on the Cowbell side from a solid up to 6 seconds or so, or 9.
Sure, but then you're trapped in the Thunderdome with the most fed character on the team.
Yeah, so you just build Zonias and pretend it doesn't matter. I think more accurately what it means is that your team can clean up in a 4v4, and they don't have their most valuable asset. Is theoretically how that goes.
I mean, obviously that's the ideal moral of the story, but you know, if we got a fed doggo against Mordekaiser, I'm betting on the fed doggo.
Yeah, like in the Thunderdome, 100%. Even though Mordekaiser does steal the stats in the Thunderdome, it's not. I don't think it's enough to overcome. Or like even a fed Vygar with a cage to play around, if played correctly, I think would be fine in the Thunderdome. Same for LeBlanc. Jin would have a hard time, I think.
Well, we'll see what happens. Heading into the last game of the night, 2 very hype games before. Let's see if we can make it 3 hype games for the evening. Let's see if there's a good Mordekaiser skin, good Nasus skin. Let's see if the game stops locking up on me.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Happened to me the first time too. So.
Right. So I mean, something's going on, right? Come on. Ooh, I do like King of Clubs Mordekaiser.
King of Clubs. Yeah. That one's always solid. What do you feel about Prehistoric Anivia?
It's all right. I prefer Black Ice or whatever that one is.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple ones I like more, but Prehistoric is unique. That is definitely true.
I'm not a fan of the Jin skin, so I think I'm going to give it to Brew City 3 for 3 for skins today.
Yeah, and they also have a Naked Vi, so I'm definitely going to give it to Brew City as well.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm reminded, though, with King of Clubs Mordekaiser, is that once they gave him that new effect rework and stuff, they stuck that weird sort of crown thing on him. So, but my dislike of the Jin skin overweighs it. Like, I mean, you could be Blood Moon skin, you could be Cyberpunk skin, but you're whatever this skin is.
Is Cyberpunk skin the project line? Is that? Yeah. Okay. So real quick before we get too far and there's any obvious engagement, although it looks like we're heading right into that. Which team do you favor? I think you said Cowbell before.
Yeah, I don't have good feelings about Brew City, but we'll see what happens. They've won. The Brew City name has won twice so far. Ace is just about to get owned though. So.
Oh, this is a dropped egg already, but a lot of damage coming out.
Big damage actually. Good flash there by J-Dog. I love the aggressiveness there. Slackosaurus also might be going in here. J-Dog might just own this entire team. Don't you know Mordekaiser is fools? Kane takes 2 tower shots, 1 tower shot.
Okay, so if J-Dog gets out of this okay, and he does, this is pretty great, I think, for Brew City Brawlers. Kane is a really self-sufficient jungler, so he'll be fine without this leash, allowing bot lane to run straight down. Meanwhile, Vi has to solo kill red buff on her own, Miss Link's own. Prowler's not even help. Okay, now he is. He's going in to help out, but that just means that the laners for Brew City Brawler get a very valuable early start to this lane, in addition to getting 2 kills.
I'm a little confused about why Prowler went with his Q first. In that sort of situation, I would have waited and grabbed a Wither. Obviously, that sets your laning phase back hard, but they could have picked up at least 1 more kill off of that Wither.
And I don't claim to know, but it's entirely possible that he skilled that first without knowing that the fight was going to happen.
Oh, for sure, but you know, typically you hold on to it a little bit.
Yeah. It's an easy trap to fall into though when you're someone like Nasus and you clearly are going to go Q first unless something totally weird happens.
And something totally weird did happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I did, like I said, did like that move by J-Dog. Nasus obviously did get a little bit picked off there by the Ezreal. Slackosaurus may actually be going down in his own jungle right now.
Oh no, he's real low. Speaking of real low, Jin taken very low, does land the root. Good trades coming back out of Vygar to drop Ezreal down to sub 200 health, making it a very even match, but a very low health matchup right now in bot lane, so definitely some potential for some spice.
Yeah, there is a lot of CC going down in this bot lane. We have the stuns and the prisons and more stuns on both sides. Absolutely ridiculous and a very tense lane for these players, I'm sure.
Take a look at this. Vi starts red buff as a result of that, or maybe pre-planned, and is in bot lane to capitalize on this. It's currently going in a 3v2.
Yeah, Icy's in a little bit of trouble here. Does land the prison, is trapped in the prison, but might get away actually. Ooh, there is that root though. That's big. Icy Flip does not have flash available and does go down.
Icy played that, in fact, Bruce City Brawlers played that just about as well as you could, but unfortunately it wasn't enough with that well-timed gank. And what makes it so well... Oh, never mind, more engage coming in. But what makes it so well-timed is you're not expecting a gank in bot lane at 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and it's all because of that deviation in jungle pathing.
Nasus is now at 18 stacks. Looks like Vi might try to come for Wally again after this. Now, just following the crab. Lycosaurus could get a reasonable play here. He is spotted by the ward. Prowler doesn't seem to have noticed. Look at your minimap. Oh, but Wally's also in a little bit of trouble here. Let's try to follow both at the same time. Prowler's probably going to get away here. Big root down on Icy Flip again. The poor bullied Lux. Ooh, good flash play there. Very well done. Sugo Tensei playing on the edge of reality.
Yeah, both Sugo Tensei and Token very low in health, and if that Vi hadn't shown up for a repeat gank, despite the absolute lack of mana, Wally may have been able to capitalize on that and at least trade one, if not both, back. But instead is forced to take another kill, or Bruce City Brawlers are forced to take another kill without a response.
Also staying in lane for quite a period of time, but they are going to get away now. Ace not really suffering that much from getting killed right at the beginning of the game. I'm not sure if he has egg up yet. Looks like he does, so it's as though it never happened. Though they are down a notable amount of gold, 600.
And Sugo Tensei has all 3 kills actually. So this is a massive gen. BF Sword on first back versus a tier of Ezreal. This is a pretty big lead right off the bat for Jin and Cowbell.
All right, Prowler looks to be rotating down. Ace is very low. Oh, he's just putting down a control ward. Good opportunity to collapse on him. Lycosaurus, you might want to go. No, all right. What do I know? Okay, now he's gonna go through the wall as you do. Gets one slow, nice little wither there. J-Dog gets the good pull back. This might be a dead Nasus. No, does still have the flash.
Yeah, a lot of pressure being exerted on this Nasus. How many stacks does he have to do? Only 33 stacks. I mean, it's very early in the game, and he has been the target of a lot of pressure. Noticing that Vi is also in top lane to try to help this Nasus get back on his own feet. Ult goes down before it matters, and that is a bit tragic. Flash comes out for J-Dog.
Oh, that's kind of funny actually. With the stat stealing, Nasus shrinks in size.
I actually hadn't realized that.
J-Dog might actually beat Mixlink there too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so close. J-Dog has such a huge shield available, and Lycosaurus has shown up.
I guess that's something you don't really think about since they changed Nasus to have him grow in size with his stats. So when Mordekaiser ults him, he shrinks. It's hilarious.
That's actually, I have never realized or thought of that interaction before, and I'm sure the same is true on like Cho'Gath or anyone else like that. That's amazing.
All right, well, Lycosaurus being a little bit of trouble here. Ace is there to help. Vi just turns around on the crab. So haven't quite seen an engage down in bot ever since the Jhin bought that heavy power weapon. Ace in a lot of trouble though.
He's got egg though.
Going to egg, yes, does egg.
Yeah,
Lycosaurus
for
some reason thinks the clone is the real LeBlanc.
But you know what? Keeping his mid laner safe. Trade goes down. Ace has no mana, but I do kind of like the focus on Nasus at the start to allow J-Dog and his Mordekaiser to become a massive threat, and indeed able to fight Nasus, getting him set up to be able to fight Nasus in the late game as well if it gets to that.
Ace should probably end up going back soon. He doesn't have much mana. Also doesn't have egg. Icebird with no egg and no mana. Also, no vision in this lane. Icy Flip is just going to ward now, and he's going to see that Vi right there. That's a scary sight. Vi, however, does not have ult, so Icy Flip gets away from what would have been a deadly situation. Very aggressive forward play there by Wally. I don't agree with necessarily that at all.
You said on flash, so at least he's got an out. Icy Flip has to burn the flash basically on cooldown, but has very tricky feet to get out of that cage and land that flash. It was a matter of pixels, and he played that perfectly.
J-Dog still moving around, is going for the Herald now rather than staying out in his lane. Might come to regret that as he's giving Nasus free farm. Nasus at 81 stacks now.
Yeah, he's gonna... Yeah, Prowler definitely knows how to stack those stacks, and he's doing a great job of it now that he's being unharassed. I absolutely think this is a mistake, just like you said, Kenos. Sure, you've gotten a Rift Herald. I think you need to spend that in top lane to help put additional pressure on Nasus.
Well, we're going to see what happens here with this dragon. It should be an easy claim. There is no vision on it. Once again, Brew City has been having kind of weak vision this game. They do spot all this movement down, though. But yeah, very uncharacteristic of Icy Flip to not have wards around. Ooh, nice ult.
Yeah, takes a ton of health off Mistlink. Icy Flip doesn't have the vision trinket yet, which is probably a major factor in this. I do see a couple control wards down, so it is a bit early in the game to have like vision security, so to speak, but definitely getting punished for that absence of it.
Yeah, so J-Dog is getting beat on as he's trying to get some of that. Ace does show up, though. Ace is tanking the turret shots. They should get Prowler here. J-Dog is now going to die to the turret, though. Ace fell out of the aggro a little too early, but was very squishy. Oh, bot lane also getting a lot of damage off as well, but we're going to see Ace get taken out. Ooh, or not. Grip of Odin gets ice balled.
Yep, and already burnt flash in the exchange. Icy Flip unable to get the return of the shield before the ignite ticked down, but it was quite close. This bot lane has been exerting a ton of, like Cowbell's bot lane has been exerting a ton of pressure onto Brew City Brawlers, and I think that's a result of the amount of time that Slackosaurus has spent in the top lane shutting down Prowler. So basically just a well played to Mistlink to get something out of that camp in top lane and to get that Jen and Vigar into an excellent position.
Mistlink also stealing jungle camps here, completely unawares.
Yeah, it's actually vertically jungling at this point, or at least something close to it. For example, Slack has taken, I think it was the red buff. Yeah,
should have gone back a little bit sooner then.
Oh no, and he missed! He walked right past. Oh no, I don't know how vision with that bush works when you're playing Kayn, but I think that he would have seen her for a moment if he was looking for it.
Man, that Vi, luckiest Vi. Vigar is suddenly in the mid lane, but they're jumping in on the Mordekaiser, who's going to take down Prowler. Flashes into turret. Also does a Devil May Cry taunt for some reason. Not sure if that's worth doing when you're about to get killed by LeBlanc, but what do I know? Ooh, another stun there. Big combo there. Icy Flip takes down the Vigar.
That was quite clean coming out of Brew City Brawlers. I was gonna praise the roam up by LeBlanc to shut down J-Dog and get Prowler back on his feet, but Greybeard Odin not quite able, so close to one-shotting J-Dog, and Prowler unable to get the kill while his stats are still in that ult. Teleport coming out, I want to say that was such a clean play with the Kayn knock up into Lux Laser, all while standing on the Anivia ult in mid lane. That was really well done by Prowler.
J-Dog with most of his team's kills as well. You pointed that out just now, and it has to be stated again. Very different from the J-Dog we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely, and he is in top lane, which I think is more comfortable to him, so...
Ooh, big dive down here in the bot lane. Ezreal ult chunks at that Vi. This turret is not, unfortunately, going to go down quickly enough for them here. Might get one more hit off. Nope, still doesn't go down. And now J-Dog is being a little too aggressive. Jin's going to make a beautiful painting out of J-Dog's face.
And with that, he'll definitely have enough for Infinity Edge. So on his next match, he's going to be able to complete that Infinity Edge. And this gen is off to a fantastic start. Just as many... big fight coming in, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think that Kane's going to be able to get away here. Runs right into the stun wall. Counter kill, though, by Wally. Oh, Ace actually picks it up.
And that is another kill on Nasus. Now, normally I wouldn't bring this up, but it's just to show that they are really focusing him to get those stacks down, and to keep him manageable and to delay his his super late game.
Yeah, maybe a little too much aggression coming out of a couple of the players here for Brew City. They are still just barely in the lead. The next dragon will be up shortly. Oh, good jump in there by Great Beard of Odin. J-Dog sucks up Vi into his death prison. Good flash from her, though. She's probably going to get away. Wally, meanwhile, once again picks off the Vigar. Oh, J-Dog does get mislink. All right. Nice attempt by dashing around by him, though.
Yeah, a lot of very solid individual play between making to turret without having to burn flash and setting up these combos and these skill dodges. I'm really impressed with all members of both teams. They've been playing very, very well this game.
Ace, one more hit, gets the turret. Great Beard of Odin does a jump in. We'll see if he punishes it all. Nope. Oh. And a dragon for Brew City after their dragonless game last game. That'll definitely help. Cloud Drake will be the third dragon. Ace might be coming around here for a gank on the Nasus. He's going to get there early, though. Also going to get spotted by this control ward. Yeah, Mordekaiser's nowhere to be seen here. Vigar at 63 stacks, Nasus at 153.
Yep, definitely like Cowbell's position in this, in terms of how much they've given up to get to this mid-game territory. I definitely like them for the late-game team comp. Oh, as Jen Alton goes in for this kill.
Wally might be... Nope. Wally, I think, is tanked more the face for the sake of his supports than any other ADC in history.
Yeah, definitely playing for the team. Wally's definitely playing for the team and trying to make sure that no one falls too far behind on his own team and really helping out. Although this is a huge dive that's getting set up for bot lane, they really need to back off right now or they are going to be in trouble. In fact, I think it's already too late. LeBlanc,
yeah,
gets caught.
Icy Flip goes too far forward. Wally ults in the wrong direction. Meanwhile,
I think
Prowler is going to get taken out in the top lane, but at what cost? J-Dog is a nice hit there as well. Wally actually scaring off 3 members.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. They're trying real hard to get this turret. In fact, I think they're going to get it, and then Wally's
actually might die here.
Oh,
he's going to get taken out by Jhin, but he might. Yep. Yeah, he's going to die to this Jhin though.
I don't know. He's got a creep wave to deal with. Dodges the shot. He can kite for a while here. A lot of vision coming out though.
Good skill shot.
A lot of vision.
Jhin doesn't have that revolve. Oh, the grenade! No,
oh, gets the flash though. Summerless on Wally, but does get the flash, gets the double kill, gets a shutdown. Really well played by Wally on that whole engage.
Yeah, I mean, Wally got 3 kills out of a turret dive, only losing his support and himself eventually. But also a great play by Hugo Tensei, managing to clean that up with a good flash.
Absolutely. And there was a lot of action top. I think they took down a turret, so you know, I wasn't able to focus on that because that outplay in bot was so huge. One thing I did want to point out is that I actually kind of liked the Ezreal ult in that at the start of that whole engage because he was trying to predict that Greatbeard of Odin was going to return to where his clone was, and Greatbeard of Odin didn't dodge back, but if he had to dodge the ult, he would have actually gotten hit by it and died.
LNZ, why are you calling me a chihuahua? Got some comments in chat talking about dogs. Can you check the gold bot lane? Sure. Gold numbers in bot lane. Ezreal is 1,000 gold or so behind Jhin. Supports are pretty similar here.
Ace going in for the solo kill, yeah.
Odin almost missed it. Flashes. Oh, either way.
Flashes to keep the egg out of the turret, but I don't know if it's enough. Kane coming in might be able to, okay, teleport as well. Big committal here. This might be it. Definitely. They secure it.
Good job. Nice job helping out there, Eggbird. Hugo is also alone in the bot lane, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, J-Dog taking a lot of turret aggro. It's not worth it, man. Get out of there.
Okay. Not much more you're going to do. Now he's got to recall. He spent his teleport, so that's a lot of free time in top lane for that Nasus, who, you know, you can commit a lot to shutting him down, but if you don't maintain the pressure, and that's kind of the catch with Nasus, is you have to maintain the pressure the whole time, or he's going to get those stacks and he's going to hit that late game.
Yep. That Nasus is at 255 on the stacks right now. Slackosaurus is almost caught here by Token. Token is at only 74 stacks. Support Vigar life. Oh, completely missed
LeBlanc
that.
is nothing to be trifled with.
Completely missed that. Was expecting the gank on Ace. They were all signaling, but they managed to catch.
Big fight in top, big fight in top. Nasus flashes out. J-Dog expends the ult, is able to take Prowler down 90%, but does not get the final kill. J-Dog also takes a bunch of damage in that exchange. Nasus is able to flash out to safety.
So they seem pretty even, so that'll be interesting. Obviously, as the game goes on, Nasus' scaling will be massive. Icy Flip and Ace both in a little bit of trouble here. Do manage to get the crab, which will be important if the cloud is taken in the next couple of moments.
Yeah, definitely positioning around for that, and Nasus also pathing that way initially, but deciding to instead deal answer with the Mordekaiser. Nasus does have teleport, Mordekaiser does not.
Oh, huge damage from this Ezreal. Deletes the Vigar. Wally is, despite not being the 7-1, 5-1-1, he is also relatively online against this very squishy team.
Yeah, he did get a couple of gold shutdowns, so most of Jin's kills have been self-earned, but on his lane opponents, and they've never been ahead. Ooh. Speaking of shutdowns, LeBlanc collects it on Ezreal. Definitely not who you want to give the kills over to.
Yeah, Brew City is doing their best to throw right now. Running into 3v1s, Jin is now possibly going to delete Slackosaurus. Ace actually tanks that last shot. Slackosaurus going back in is going to go down. Ace does manage to get Mixlink in exchange.
Another fight in top lane. This time Nasus has been able to buy it, has reinforcements, and is able to solo J-Dog whilst in that ult. So this Nasus is now able to deal with that top lane pressure coming out of J-Dog and Mordekaiser.
Icy Flip gets jumped on by Great Beard of Odin, but does not die. But yeah, there's that last couple of minutes was very painful for Brew City. Ezreal roaming in by himself, never a good idea. Kane also just kind of wanders into where he knows several characters were, champions were.
Yeah, pushing their lead definitely further than they should have. They collected the dragon, and I think that was their sign to just take it easy, given how everyone had responded and was probably making their way down. Kind of unfortunate to see, but Brew City Brawlers aren't out of it by any stretch of the imagination, and I say that they're 2,500 gold ahead, so they're still in it quite a bit. I only say that because I'm worried about the late game presence that's starting to really ramp up for Cowbell.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Nasus involved in too many team fights. Whenever there has been some sort of big team engage, he's up top just dutifully plonking away with his Q. So we'll see when that comes online, and it certainly will, and hopefully Brew City figures out an answer by then.
Looking at what Brew City has, they do have a lot of kite. They have an Anivia who's going to be very difficult for that Nasus to push past. Oh wow! Great Beard of Odin jumps in. General Wally gets rooted. Ult comes out.
Ooh, just out
and
of
he
range.
survives. That is so close.
Counter ults. Doesn't do quite as much damage as Jin does, though.
Yeah.
Less than 50 health. Now Prowler is split pushing in the bot lane. Vi is also up there in the top. Did have Vigar with him. Great Beard of Odin lurking around. Not a ward to see him. Icy Flip once again gets ambushed pretty hard. Does die this time.
I respect the Anivia pick into LeBlanc. I think that's fine, but that LeBlanc is such a threat. I think I'd not to harp on about that pick and ban choice so much. Oh, and there's Nasus.
Does manage to get the LeBlanc, but Anivia is absolutely going to die. Really don't understand why Ace was pushing that far forward there. Once again, you knew there were multiple members close by. You knew the Nasus was rotating. But you should have known the Nasus was rotating. Ooh, big shot there on the Jhin. Wally might actually take out this Vigar again. Almost.
Oh, so close.
5 free
This
farming
Wally has consistently, or General Wally, has consistently performed on Ezreal. He has been doing great all throughout this series, and I really feel like he's kicking it into a new gear. I can't even speak to that. He's gearing up into shifting up to a new gear, and doing a ton of damage, and really a huge threat to Cowbell in this game in particular.
Well, once again, Icy Flip maybe getting spotted here. Great Beard of Odin coming in again. Wally's here though, defending his support. Prowler continues to do Nasus things in the bot lane. Mordekaiser is down there as well, so we'll see if J-Dog is able to contest him anymore. Ace's Ice Spears deal 474 damage to minions right now, so that's going to be very painful, whoever gets on the bad end of that.
Yeah, exactly. Navy doing a bunch of damage too. How's Tyr looking? Tyr's about 2/3 stack, so chugging quite along well. Although speaking of Anivia, we are in a bit of a team fight here.
Yeah, J-Dog and Anivia both going to go down, though Psychosaurus is here as well, though I'm not sure what he expects to do. Oh, Wally's here as well, so there is a multiple collapse on several different fronts here. I think the Vi is going to go down. J-Dog does manage to pop the Zanyas. He does have Zanyas. Must have heard the strategy. Prowler is very low as well. Oops, Slackosaurus in the backside manages to grab Great Beard of Odin. Can he get more? Should he get more? I think falling back is a better suggestion there. Laser gets nothing done. Gets stunned out. Yep, that's going to be down there. Can they get Prowler? No, they are going the wrong direction. So 3 for 3? 3 for 2?
I think it was 2 for 3, wasn't it?
2 for 3.
Or was it 2 for 2?
3 people died.
3 for 2 because Ace died. Yeah, exactly. That's fair. I gotta say, I really like Slack's play to secure that kill on Great Beard of Odin. Also makes no, he dies for it, but it does get a decent sized shutdown, which I would argue is absolutely worth it on Slack's side, especially because his team is able to secure the Drake even without him, just on the back of winning that team fight.
Yep, 3 dragons, just 1 now. Jhin still has not died though. That'll be a very, very hefty bounty once someone manages to pick that up.
Yeah, absolutely. This Jhin is absolutely terrifying. I've been talking so much about Nasus and LeBlanc, and really behind all of this is the Jhin just pumping out massive damage, engaging from range. This ult chasing down a number of people, making it real close.
Interesting choice there, deciding to go after Icy Flip rather than Ace, and MexLink is going to pay for it here. Does do a nice flash, but Kane's ult should take him out. Yes, he does. Decides to go forward rather than back. That's a mistake. Ends up getting deleted. Big Ezreal ult as well. Nasus, though, is a big boy and is most certainly online. The Jhin ult scares everybody out of the pit. Clones everywhere. Keeps Great Beard of Odin alive as well, but Prowler is now hurt because here comes J-Dog, and J-Dog takes out Nasus.
I do really like this Mordekaiser pick into Nasus. It's very smart to take some of his strength and take it for yourself. Kind of love Slackosaurus getting a little bit too ahead of himself, not seeing that Nasus, walking into that push with Nasus, finding that wild Nasus and really getting punished for it. All in all, a great team fight, really back and forth between both sides.
Probably just going to have to back off here. Don't want to take too much of a risk. Game is still very much anyone's at this stage. Nasus' stacks are now at 450.
Yeah, exactly. And he's even been involved in team fights here for the last bit, so he's hit that 400 mark. He is starting to become a real threat, and it's only going to get worse from here.
But they seem to be finding ways to deal with him. It seems as though the best strategy that they've been able to come up with is they poke him down a little bit, and then a full health J-Dog comes in with that Mordekaiser and manages to lock him down the rest of the way, which is a viable enough strategy with a poke team like this team is.
Yeah, absolutely. Their poke has been fantastic. Wally, I know I was singing his praises a moment ago, but Icy Flip also pumping out a lot of damage. Really been impressed with his ults and his bindings. Ace also doing a significant amount of chunking and also being a very valuable asset in shutting down that Nasus, preventing him from running straight at them. And then, yeah, absolutely. Once Nasus gets nice and tenderized, J-Dog goes in and goes for the final cut.
So we'll see how Cowbell decides to react to this aggressive pushing going on here. Wards are spotting all of this, though. Icy Flip has been standing on 3 separate wards, does get stunned. He's going to get severely blown out here, is Ruined as well. Ezreal ult actually helps, but taken out as a result. Great Beard of Odin tries to help as well. Ooh, wall there forces the flash. That might come back to haunt him a little bit later.
Yeah, generally speaking, I prefer to have my flash. 1v1 full health fight going on in bot lane between Mordekaiser and Nasus. Looks like it's going firmly for Mordekaiser.
Oh, he does have that
Nasus.
shield.
Gets that huge shield, fights in the minimum wave, and a minion wave. Does a great job. Well fought by J-Dog. Nasus isn't quite at that spot, and in fact, J-Dog is... oh yeah, J-Dog has Thornmail. That is huge in this matchup. I think that's a recent acquisition.
In fact, it's not even Thornmail, it's just Bramble Vest. Once he gets the Thornmail, he's going to be even scarier.
Yeah, exactly. That is such a smart itemization choice. So yeah, this Mordekaiser isn't building like for maximum damage, like the meta build for Mordekaiser. He's building as an anti-Nasus tool,
right.
and I think he's doing a great job of it.
He's doing the anti-Nasus build. That's his strategy. Yeah. Absolutely, you hit it right on the head, and he's doing a pretty good job with it. I mean, that was literally a solo one-on-one fight. Good use of the shields. And we're still seeing Slackosaurus getting caught out a little bit here. But I mean, let's even take a look. J-Dog is at 8 kills, and I'm willing to bet at least 5 of those are Nasus.
Yeah, definitely. He's been doing great. He's got a 3,000 gold lead.
Oh. Grabs Great Beard of Odin here. Not sure if he's going to be able to finish locking it down. Clones don't work if you're in the Shadow Realm, my friend. But instead, he's not quite able to get out. Big stun coming from the Vygar. We get the egg. Ezreal ult doesn't hit the appropriate targets. Big laser, though. Will Ace get out in time? He will not. That's going to be... J-Dog uses the Hourglass. Probably a little too late. Does get a nice shield. Doesn't quite hit anyone.
Yeah,
Jin keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention Vygar, too. Quietly stacking over here.
Yep, Vygar at 156 on his stacks now.
So yeah, some massive... that was a very massive fight. Shutdown on J-Dog, who we were just talking about being such a potent anti-Nasus tool. Almost gets the Great Beard and Odin killed, but Great Beard Odin is able to survive even despite being flashless.
Yeah, jumping over that wall. That's the big flaw of the Shadow Realm, is that if you do it somewhere near walls, people can get away from you pretty easily.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of it because you don't see the realm, but yeah, that was really clean from Great Beard Odin to nope right out.
And of course, you couldn't. It wouldn't work really well for the game if the Shadow Realm made all terrain passable.
Yeah, no, I actually like it just as is. I think that, but it allows for those kind of outplays, which I think is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Especially with some of the changes up in the top lane now, with the way the terrain is, gives you a little wall you can hop over if Mordekaiser's bullying you.
Yeah, exactly.
But good turnaround by Cowbell. Last couple just very back and forth game again. It's good to see that just with even with the top lane swap. Here
we go with round 3 in the bot lane. Nasus versus Mordekaiser. Nasus completely out of mana, and
Prowler just straight up running for his life. Can J-Dog finish it off? Should be able to. Misses. Oh yeah, he should get him now.
There we
just destroys him, and he has full Thornmail now. Up in the top lane, once again, Slagosaurus caught out. Goes down. Anivia also in a little bit of trouble here, trying to take on the full Jhin. Oh, Blast Cone, Hijinks. I think that that Jhin ult is actually not really doing that much damage. That's surprising.
It does more damage based on, or at least I know the 4-shot does, based on your health. I do love that the Baron gets started, so the Blast Cone play gets punished. Mixed Link almost dies, so it has to burn Flash just to get out. Do love the follow-up, but getting pinned into an angry Baron pit is not the not the best thing for your health.
We do have Pings trying to get some focus onto J-Dog, who is actually several levels ahead of everyone else. He's almost 18.
Yeah, exactly. He's a full level over Nasus, who has also been power farming this whole time. J-Dog is very scary right now.
He's 3,000 gold over Nasus. He's 300 gold over Jhin. Well, that might change right now. J-Dog is starting to fight, goes to the Shadow Realm with Token. Token's got nowhere to run. He does pop the Zanyas as well. I assume it was Zanyas. Too much fighting going on to check. J-Dog is going to end up going down, but his shield might give him a little bit more help here. Big hit on Sugo Tensei, but goes down as well.
Ooh, I don't like this at all from Slag. That's a little bit too aggressive, my man.
Wall run, man. Wall run. Wall run.
Oh, that could be a massive shutdown if he gets it, though. Oh, forces
is overpowered.
Stopwatch.
God damn, someone listen to me.
This is a 13-0 Jhin. Sugar Tensei playing him exceptionally well.
J-Dog is still up in gold over the Jhin, though. Still by that 300-400 range.
Yeah, and they're very different styles of champion, right? Because J-Dog very happy to split push, whereas Sugar Tensei sort of wanting to hang out with his team. He is an ADC after all. Of course, that's how you play him. Excellent commentary coming out of me, but sort of this mismatch of where the advantage is, and it's sort of interesting to see how these teams, overcome those problems.
Over 700 on the stack now from Prowler. Absolutely huge, doggo. 174 on the Vigar. Slightly less huge, Evil Mastermind. But Ace and Wally are both in a lot of trouble here. Wards do not warn them this is coming. The Ghost Smite. Wally burns both dodges just to try to get away. Nasus hits him a couple of times, very close to dying, does die. Ace is in trouble too. Jhin is going to pick this up more than likely. Egg again. J-Dog gets Token off screen. And should get out, I would think. Oh, Prowler wants a fight. I don't know if you want a fight.
Oh no, this is
not
so good, and then it wasn't.
Triple kill for the big man.
J-Dog really putting any naysayers to shame right now.
Big, angry Mordekaiser, and now we're going to see if they can get Baron. I think they might be able to. Jhin ult could maybe get something done for them here. Obviously, Greatbeard of Odin can be a big source of damage as well. Here comes the Jhin ult. J-Dog, why are you standing in the back? You're just getting...
Greatbeard of Odin.
Greatbeard of Odin is there as well, but he's taking some chip damage from... I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, J-Dog just obliterates him, and they get the Nash. Oh, they're going to get the Jhin. Can they get the Jhin? He's popping
he's got QSS, so he's able to QSS off the Mordekaiser ult.
Whew, very close there. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
14.
Again, I am so impressed with Suga Tensei. He is playing such a fantastic game.
Most of these players are playing fantastic games.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, this Jhin, the fact that he has not died yet, everyone's been chasing him down. Slakosaurus is going to get caught again. General Wally there kind of helping. Mixlink gets caught out by J-Dog. J-Dog actually wisely retreating there for a little bit. Mixlink taking more damage. Everyone's trapped in this Vigar's prison, though. Jhin is in the back, very low health. Ace is trying to focus him, but Ace doesn't have the damage. Ace manages to flash out there. Here comes Prowler, big angry dog. Is he going to get? He's going to get 2. Can he get 3? J-Dog's damage is a little too strong, but there's help. Does manage to take out J-Dog. Or J-Dog manages to take out Prowler. I don't know.
Right. There's so much going on, it's so hard to keep track of it.
I was reading the names from right to left. Alright, so they're going to get this.
Do you want to point out?
More than likely.
Ult's back up. Oh, close. Valiant effort.
Oh. very close. Oh, they do manage to get Mordekaiser again. Icy Flip in a little bit of trouble here. Probably going to get taken out as well. Yep.
Yeah, worth noting that the Guardian Angel on this gen has been taken off. He did die once, not, you know, not actually, but the GA procced in that last engage. So he is a bit vulnerable right now. Although he must...
No, go ahead.
He must be super close to full build at this point.
Oh, absolutely. It's nice to know they can at least kill him. They just had to have killed him twice.
J-Dog actually has more gold now. Just wanted to point out that milestone.
Oh, yes. Well, no, J-Dog has been the one having the more gold.
Oh, Jin's been close. Jin is very close to it.
Right, yeah.
That's fair enough. I had that backwards.
It's been about a 400 to 600 gold difference between J-Dog and Jin this whole game. So
really, that's nuts.
Yeah, Sugo Tensei just hasn't been able to catch up after those couple of big Nasus kills that J-Dog picked up. And also, there's a couple of comments going on in chat right now about Icy Flip's build and how he should be focusing more on damage instead of this much more support-focused defensive Lux. We have been noticing him getting picked off a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I don't mind the Banshee's Veil because there's plenty of things that it helps with here, but definitely would prefer more damage overall.
Ooh, General almost gets caught out there. Here comes the ult. Good shielding helping out there. Everyone in position. J-Dog is going to be coming in from the left-hand side. We're going to keep an eye out on that. We'll see if there's a fight coming in. J-Dog looks like he wants to force one. Cowbell in full retreat. They don't want any of this. Big ult chips down almost everyone. Greatbeard's got to get out of there. Hearth Assault would have won this game by now.
Killing the clone doesn't count as 2 kills, though.
Unfortunately.
So let me ask you a question before
yes.
the next team fight starts up. If you're J-Dog and you've got ult, do you ult Prowler or do you ult Jin?
I mean, if you're close enough to the Jin, I don't know. We haven't seen him really be involved with Jin too much. Jin has been cleaning up after J-Dog's big plays. I think taking the Nasus off the board is important because he can run rampant on the rest of your team.
Yeah, absolutely. He is also a massive threat too, and yeah, okay.
You trust your burst characters to handle the burst character, and you deal with the tanky thing that you are built to destroy. Would be my stance on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think J-Dog would be able to. He's got enough armor at this point that I think he'd be able to do it, but at the cost of like losing the game or a team fight. Not worth.
Beautiful ice wall there. Saves Slackosaurus' life and gets Greatbeard of Odin killed.
This Anivia pick is doing just fine into LeBlanc. I'm liking it quite a bit. Gets a lovely stun on Greatbeard of Odin. And like you said, Slack barely manages to walk away, but he does. And that's what counts.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things people, like especially when you're first starting off with Anivia, you don't really appreciate the technical applications of the ice wall. And you can definitely, when you see good Anivia players, you can see just the minor things they do with that wall that make big plays. But obviously, Greatbeard of Odin also could have just not gone in there. So.
Yeah, but then how do you kill him?
Right, you know? And I mean, he did almost kill Slackosaurus. Even with building red, Slackosaurus doesn't even have 3,000 health. Let's actually do a quick health check here. Mordekaiser also doesn't have 3,000 health. Nasus is almost 4,000. Yeah,
Nasus is going to be a beast to tank down for anyone but J-Dog at this point, at least in a 1v1. Yeah, he's not quite 1v5 raid boss level yet.
I think that J-Dog's getting close to full build. I'd like to see a little more durability out of him to get the most out of that Thorn Mail. But I don't know if his build fits in for that.
Yeah, what I'm trying to understand is the Gnasher's Tooth coming out at J-Dog. I don't hate it. I guess it's for long-term fights, so I guess it's fine for the way he's building it. He gets a Void Staff for his last item.
Well, there is AP, or there is magic resist on the Nasus.
Yeah, I like J-Dog's build. The more, I mean, I've never done this before. I've never done this build before, so don't let me, act like, don't let me give the impression that I. But no, I quite like it.
We do have.
I think the Void Staff makes sense.
We do have Baron's arrival. I'd be interested if he ends up selling the Gnasher's Tooth at some point.
I don't think so, actually. The more I think about it, because that empowers his auto attacks based on ability power, so I think it's actually quite important.
Well, Baron is up. Elder Drake will be up soon as well. J-Dog is farming all on his own. He may want to back off here as he does have Greatbeard of Odin and Mixlink coming for him. And once again, he doesn't quite have the health to survive this sort of thing. That's one of the reasons why I'd like to see some health from him. He's building straight armor.
But while this is going, so another 1v1 fight between Nasus and Mordekaiser, but meanwhile Baron is going down really rapidly.
J-Dog actually is probably going to die here, but...
Smite's again! Okay. Was it on cooldown? No.
Well, I'm glad I didn't miss a Smite steal there watching that fight.
It was so close. It was so close.
Token does go down. Mixlink trying to get in here. Ace chasing rather aggressively. Doesn't quite manage to get a lot of damage off on him, though. Ice Wall, dash, stops, or goes over Ice Wall. But they do have Baron again. And
yeah, that will buy a lot of time. Elder just came up, though. They are trying to get a reset in. They do have Baron empowered recalls, but Slack is farming in the top. Okay, he's getting that recall in now. It's not that late.
He's trying to get the recall in. There we go.
Yeah, it's fair.
But we do have Mordekaiser down, which is a huge deal, because that is where a lot of their gold is. 17 kills on this Mordekaiser.
Yes.
Jin,
Shugo Tensei still 0 deaths.
Yep, and Jin's GA is back up as well, so they've got to kill him twice. I don't think they're going to get this Elder Drake, but Slack is sitting there waiting. He's in the back. He's going to try to get something done. Meanwhile, there's a big fight going up on here. Icy Flip takes out Greatbeard of Odin. There goes most of the magic damage. Blue team steals the Elder Dragon. Jin's in a lot of trouble now. He's taking on Icy Flip. Mordekaiser's here too. He takes out everyone else involved. They are getting this Jin.
The steal, the shutdown, Baron, Elder, and the major shutdown on Shugo Tensei. What a massive minute here for Brew City Brawlers. I wonder if they're going to be able to end the game. They do have an open inhib, and they are running straight down that lane.
There's no way they aren't going to end this. 30 seconds left. Baron, J-Dogs, Mordekaiser at the front of the pack. Wally right behind. This is GG. Very well done by J-Dog. Great build. Great play by both teams. Amazing 3 sets of game. Stop suiciding on the turret. Just end the damn game. There it is.
What a massive way to end the game. That was intense. The whole time, it felt like Brew City Brawlers had a respectable gold lead, 10,000 here at the end of the game. But there was just so much pressure coming off of Shugo Tensei and Prowler that it was, it almost felt like they were behind. I mean, they weren't, but they were finally able to capitalize on that here in the last minute.
And it was very surprising. If you take a look at the score, Token, this was his worst performance of the night. So I wonder how much that had to do with it. Obviously, Icy Flip wasn't doing the best either. But, I mean, Token was a huge driving force behind his team in the previous 2 games. And 3, 10, and 17. Sure, the stuns helped set up for this unkillable Jin and Greatbeard of Odin's plays, but it just didn't seem like it was enough. Mixlink also not doing that great. 110 and 14.
Yeah, right. And these players have had solid performances all night, so totally understandable to have one game where you're not the main carry, right? What I do want to say about Token is that Shugo Tensei had I think first blood in 2 early kills very early on, and so I just don't think that he got the chance to get those kills and get that gold.
Mm-hmm.
He built a little bit more support is the wrong word, but he didn't build straight damage, so he never got his time to shine. He's sort of eclipsed by Shugo Tensei and Prowler and Greatbeard of Odin.
Yeah, we do on the damage graphs. J-Dog 10,000 damage better than the next highest. With Wally on Ezreal matching up relatively closely to the 3 closest. Jin surprisingly not the most damage on his team.
Yeah, it's difficult to outdamage a Nasus once you get to a 45-minute game. This is a pretty long game for a Nasus to lose, but very close, very very entertaining to watch. And so much damage coming out of that Mordekaiser. I might have to remember that build.
And Lux doing very well with Vision Score again. I mean, this is night and day compared to the Yuumi game. 130.
Yeah. Definitely, 130 is fantastic. Fantastic vision score. I think the goal is supposed to be time and a half, and that is that is miles beyond that. So solid vision control coming out of Icy Flip. Even if he didn't get all the kills this time in this game, definitely contributing to his team massively in that way.
Whew. All right. 3 absolutely incredible games. You want to ask somebody what the LCUS is like, you should show them those. You got anybody who's on the fence about watching, show them those 3 games.
Yeah, definitely couldn't agree more.
Start to finish, great stuff. Hopefully, we'll see more of that when the LCUS starts properly. But first, there is one more scrim this Sunday. I'm assuming signups for that are going out soon if they haven't gone out already. So tune in for the last scrim before the LCUS starts properly. Any closing thoughts, Truffle?
I'm so glad that I was able to cast these games with you, Kenos. I had a blast watching and casting them, and I'm looking forward to Split 6 so very much.
All right, I think we can all agree with that. And I hope everyone has a great night, a safe week, and we will see you on Sunday. Take care.